day 2 of your bounce challenge. And so I hope you enjoyed the first video. This will be the second video. And we're gonna step up here. I always get my watch first. I remind all my members when I teach a class also. Because sometimes they forget and they'll be like, oh, I didn't even record my line. I'm gonna do an indoor run, and then we're gonna start warming up. Just do a little bounce here. I'm thinking about doing a little bit of what I call a corner workout. We're gonna pick corners and do stuff in the corners of your rebounder. So all we're doing here is starting with just a bounce to warm it up. Now come to the back. Now, I just come around. Just do little circles. Come around. Keep them around. We're gonna warm up for a couple of minutes so that we're all ready to go. I don't know if I'll get 2 miles in today. We'll see with this workout. Now I come to the back. Now I come around. Other way. So you're barely coming off the mat. Come around. I'm just looking to make sure we get a, well, it doesn't matter how much our warm up is, really, because we're just going to be bouncing, but you want to be somewhat warm. So we're going to go into the corners. We might as well start. And so what does that mean? I'm going to take my left foot right here, bring it up into the corner, and I'm just going to tap it. You bring it up a little bit, we're going to tap it into the corner. Move your arms. The whole idea is you have to move your arms. If you want to get the steps in, that's how you do it. It's just like when you hold on the handles of a treadmill when you're walking. And then people will say, well, I didn't get any steps in. Well, that's because you were holding on. Same thing with bouncing. Always get that, so we're tapping. Real light. This is a more beginner. So we're tapping it out. But I'm gonna start adding on. By the time we get into day 10, I'm gonna start adding on a little bit of what I do with my art of bouncing. Now I'm gonna bring it in. Bring it in. Come side to side. Back and forth. Keep moving it back and forth. Okay, now, in about 20 seconds, to be your right foot in the corner. I just tap it. Just getting you used to how you bounce. It's a little bit, most of this will be healthy bounce. I say the majority. So I don't want to go too high to start. So you take that right foot and I take it up to that corner and tap it. So you can come up higher, but we're going to keep it a little bit lower. You want to come up high to make it harder. That's what you're going to do. I'm tapping in the corner. Tapping it. I am going to add in a few things to get everybody ready for what I call the art of bouncing. So keep tapping. Tap that out. Almost there. Now, when we come back to that lateral. Lateral is good. we don't really get much lateral movement, so that makes it good. So I'm gonna go over a little bit of how you get into more advanced bouncing, but we're not gonna go advanced. Still be beginner, back and forth. So you're gonna take your left foot, put it in the corner. So we're gonna take that left foot right here, put it in the corner. Now, how I teach my classes, and I used to help a lot of people learn how to bounce. I had no idea how hard it was for some people to bounce, and I learned a lot. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna do very minimal because I'm not gonna make it high, but that left foot's up in that corner and the right one's over to the side here. And you're just tapping your toe, ball your foot. Now, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna bounce for 3 and then just barely pick that left foot up. I'll tell you when we're gonna start. All right, we're gonna do it here. And I'll count down. I'll count up to 3. When I hit 3, we're gonna lift it up. 1, 2, 3. Lift that foot up. Some people can't do that. So, barely bring it up.
6167069.
Here we go. My phone's going off. I don't care. I turned the ringer off. For some reason it's going off.
9597.
So 1, 2, 3. Pick it up. Put it up. And if you can't lift it up all the way, you can just do the heel. We're almost there. Okay, that was that. Okay. Some people have a hard time lifting their feet up off the mat one at a time, I should say. And this will help you get ready for all of that. Back and forth. Turn my ringer off and my phone's still ringing. I knew that would happen. That's okay. Now, take that right one. And we're keeping it down, just barely just tapping the ball of the foot. It's good to start learning how to pick up one foot at a time because a lot of the moves, the advanced moves, you're doing it the whole time, quite hot. So we're tapping it. Now we're gonna do that 3. So when I start counting, 1, 2, 3, I get to 3, I'm just gonna lift it off the mat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3. You count in your head. And we're not going to be on the same bounce, and that's okay. Can't expect to be on the same bounce. I'll have different rebounders. We all weigh different. Just depends on, you know, the kind you have. I mean, when I'm teaching them, we have all Bellicons, and I'm telling you, hardly ever are we on the same bounce. Get it in the corner. Just lift it up. Keep it up. Because eventually, this is what it's going to look like singly. Like that. So, that's why I'm going to start slow. Because it's a good way to learn how to bounce. Yeah, we'll still get 2 miles in. Alright. Now bring that back. Okay. Now, I'm still going to stay in the corners, but in between, I'm going to just take that left foot behind in the corner. See, we got a mile on. You don't have to bounce high. And that was in 8 minutes and 46 seconds. As long as you're moving your arms, you're going to be good. So we're going to go to the corner in the back. I'm just getting used to that too. Now we're just going to switch it. See if you can just push it to the back. Maybe this is a little bit too advanced. We'll see. getting used to, if you can't do that, we'll do the 1, 2, 3 next too. But I'm gonna do something a little different with that front corner. The left front corner is where we're gonna start. So, why does my watch keep going off? All right, what we're gonna do is take that left foot here. Remember, we're gonna alternate. So it's gonna be this. And we're just gonna have it pointed toward the corner. I'm gonna bounce for 3, lift this, bounce for 3, and then lift this side. Very minimally. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You don't even have to have, we're just gonna alternate. And bring it in the corner. I want to add also that when I bounce, I'm constantly crunching. And maybe you didn't notice, but you'll notice it now. I crunch it forward. Even when I'm bouncing, and I'll show you. That way you're gonna work your core. I have a lot of great ways to work your core. We're gonna do 2 more on each side. Just lift it up minimally. Now, when I'm bouncing, see, I could do this, and you don't even notice that, but I'm tucking. So I come in, and I'm tucking. So, when I'm bouncing like this, maybe you can see it. I always bounce that way, always. Always. I get that little of holding your abdominals in. I want you to try it. As you come up, you tuck. Do a little bit of that. You're tucking in your glutes and squeezing here. That's how you do that. You can do that with a healthy bounce. There's no reason why you can't practice every time you bounce. I'm always, and it's so subtle. It took a long time before even the people that come to my classes even noticed till I pointed it out. So you might as well, when you're bouncing, work that core, tighten it up, and come in like that. Got it? Okay. Now we're gonna go back to this corner. But we're gonna exaggerate it more by going back. Actually, let's keep it down. That left one to the left corner. Now, you're moving your arms. So, this will be maybe a little harder. I don't know. Some people can't bring their foot back. And so, I think to start, I have my right foot up more toward the front, and then the left in the corner. All we're gonna do here is bounce for 3, and then just kind of flick your foot. Yeah, you can barely, this is what it'll eventually look like. But we're gonna do it very minimal, very light. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very minimal. Somebody probably might not even notice it, just to lift it up. And that's hard. I'm gonna show you what happens to the majority, 99% of the people who will come to my classes. And they come in, they see an advanced class, and they try to do it, they cannot do it. And it's just because they're not used to that lifting of the leg. Now, when we're bouncing like this, your main bouncer is your right. That leg never stops. Almost done here. I just want to keep an eye on the, I don't want to go too much over. And 5 more, and I'm going to go into what we do. That's why I call it the art of bouncing. Now, before I go to the other side, I'm going to show you what I mean. So everybody keep bouncing, you go back and forth. Now, what happens is when we're bouncing, and I have people come in and lift up a knee, this is what happens. we're bouncing and we start lifting up your left knee. They do this. And they just kind of stagger like, oh. And the reason being is when you're bouncing, you don't stop the main bouncer. This is your main bouncer. You're right. So watch as I come. I'm gonna bounce for 3. If you wanna try it with me, I'm gonna do a couple. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Just lift that knee up. You don't have to come up high. Eventually it'll be this. Up. And actually, eventually, keep moving this. I want you to keep, eventually, it's gonna be single. And that's how you do the single. See how this leg here never stops. You don't have to stop like this to try to pick it up. It just takes sometimes a couple months. I have some members, God, I have one that's been with me way over 2 years, and she still occasionally does the 1, 2, 3 bounce. I found that worked wonders with people to learn how to pick up. Okay, now your right foot's in that corner, left foot in the front, not so much in the corner, but we're gonna do this. Doing really well on our time and how much we're gonna get. We'll get at least 2 miles then. So in 20 minutes, that's pretty good, right? That's a 6-minute mile, right? Okay, no, not 6 minutes, I'm sorry. 6 miles per hour. I knew that didn't sound right. Okay, so what you're gonna do here, that foot right here on the right, move your arms. I'm gonna count for 3. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then you're just gonna lift that kind of toward the back. 1, 2, 3. Just see how you do it. I mean, even if it's tapping back. A lot of times I have people just tap back. You don't have to get so caught up in, oh, I can't do it. There's always a way that you're gonna be able to do it. Up in the corner. Tap it. And then if you can, I spring it toward the back. Excuse me, even though it's in the corner. Eventually you're going to do boot slappers. And we're going to try this out by alternating. 4 more. Doesn't matter if you do 4 bounces, 3 bounces, we just got another mile in. 8-minute, 32-second mile. So, doing really good. Okay, we're gonna bounce for 3 and then tap this foot over here toward the back. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Just bring it to the back. Watch. You don't really have to come up high. Some people have a really, really hard time bringing a foot back. I've had people take months and months to be able to do this. Even with it holding onto a bar. So everybody's at a different level, and our brains are challenged differently. So that's why it's great to get a good instructor that's going to help you when you're in the class. So almost there, getting close. I messed up. There, I gave you a little bit of what we do when you're, and it makes the bouncing so fun. Bouncing is just it for me. It's just the bomb. I love strength too, but there's so many fun ways that you can bounce that you probably never even thought of. And by the time we get to the end of the 30 days, you're gonna be amazed at how much you've learned and how far you've come. Okay, so your feet are together. So we have 2.2 miles. We're not even at 20 minutes. Let's bring them in and out. Just gotta keep them arms moving. We're gonna go to the 20-minute mark and then be done. Yeah, 30 seconds. And you can get more than that too. And it's so worth it. And it's, you don't have any of that jarring that you have when you're running. That's what makes bouncing fun. Non-jarring. We're almost there. About 10 seconds. Bring them out. Bring them in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Okay, now you just start doing, your feet can come up a little bit. We're just gonna bounce it. I'm not gonna do any stretching. I'm just gonna make sure you're cooled down for the bouncing part. The heart rate's down. So let's do a wide march. See, I'm not even bouncing anymore. I'm gonna tell you, it's hard to go from this to this. I have some great moves we do that don't require the bounce. And people really struggle because they're used to the bouncing. And I'm still kind of bouncing here because I'm getting that movement. But if you just march like that, that's what I'm saying. Bring it in. One more time out. Bring it in. And that's it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm turning mine off so I don't forget. And I'll be filming more. I'm filming 3 a day. So I hope you're learning something. And some people were never taught how to bounce in a class, just to bounce on an outdoor trampoline. Now this is totally different. And remember, you never step off the front because you're off balance. You step off the side. I generally do the side, but if I come off the back, it's stable. Hope you have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed our 2.2 mile run, or maybe it was more than that. Have a great